close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Daniel Bailey TV. I'm here to do the preview of Liverpool versus Arsenal. This isn't going to be a completely long preview today because I am off to Anfield in approximately just over an hour and a bit. Well, I'm going to get my train anyway. So, yeah, this isn't going to be an overly long show today. But listen, how you all keeping? I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Do smash that like button. Would really appreciate it. Do smash the subscribe button as well, and do hit that button. Yeah, listen, let's get into it. Well, semi-final time is upon us. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Can we win finally at Anfield? We've not won at Anfield in any competition since 2012. That's a long time, isn't it? That's an absolutely long time to go not to be winning at Anfield. But listen, can we finally break that duck? Listen, we've got midfield problems. We've got massive midfield problems. You know, we've got COVID scares. We've got injuries. Obviously, no Thomas Partey because he's at the African Cup of Nations. Same with El Neni. And the players that we do have, i.e. Lakonga, didn't really put in a great performance against Nottingham Forest, did they? So, I don't know. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see what kind of team Arteta puts out for this game. Because if we're being brutally honest, we haven't got a lot of options. And you just know that Liverpool are going to go strong for all their antics. And they've done a lot of antics over the last couple of weeks. You know, having the game called off. And then it turns out that most of their cases were false positives. So I told you guys last week, I said, I'm a little bit dubious. I find that a little bit suspicious. But obviously the EFL are not investigating them. So listen, it's just one rule for them and another rule for other. It sort of coincides with the same inconsistencies that the referees have, you know, when it comes to VAR. They're so inconsistent with the rules, and it's the same with the EFL in this incident. They pick and choose what rules they want to follow for which team, you know, the rules apply to. So look, it is what it is. But I'm glad that we've got the first leg at Anfield, because I think if we can get through that first leg with minimal damage, and the reason why I'm saying minimal damage, because usually we have a torrid time at Anfield. We lose 4-1, 5-1, 4-0, if we can get back to the Emirates with maybe, just a 2-0 defeat or a 3-0 defeat or a 3-1 defeat, then we've got a chance. Obviously, it'd be great if we can go out there and nick a win. But I don't know. Look, with all the problems that we've got at the moment, is it possible? Is it possible for us to go out there and get a win? That's what you've got to ask yourselves. With all the problems that we've got in midfield, can we go out there and pull off a result? Because let's be honest, we've got a massive week ahead of us. We've got this game. Then we've got, obviously, the North London derby on Sunday, which is another massive game because we're fighting for the top 4. And then we've got another semi-final on Thursday, the return leg at the Emirates. So this is a massive week for us. And obviously, we want to be in these kind of situations, don't we? We want to have massive games because we're fighting on several fronts. Now, me personally, I've said this on countless podcasts over the last couple of days, and I said this here as well, that I would actually take a win over in the NLD over a win tonight. And the only reason I say that is because it's more beneficial for us to finish top 4. If we win a trophy, that's going to be great and all that, but that day doesn't last long, does it? Once you go to Wembley and you win a trophy, and obviously I like winning trophies as an Arsenal fan. I want to see us win as many trophies as we can. But once that day's over, it sort of fizzles out after that. Whereas the top 4, if we was to finish in the top 4, we would have more income. We could attract the players that we want to attract. We're a more attractive opposition with Champions League football. So look, I would win. I want to win today. Obviously, I want us to finally get a win at Anfield. I'd love it if we finally got a win at Anfield. But is it going to happen? I don't know. Listen, lots has to happen. Lots has to happen for us to win. And we've got to be on our game, especially with the players we've got out missing. But hopefully there's some players back. Hopefully Smith Rowe's back. Hopefully, I've not seen any team stuff out on Arsenal.com. I haven't really had a chance to look, to be honest, because I've been so busy just trying to get ready to go this morning. But yeah, I would definitely. If we got a win today, I think it'd be massive for us. But yeah, listen, I'm going to get into my predicted 11 and my score prediction. But before I do that, I'm going to dive into the chat and I'm going to read some of your comments and respond to it. Big up Algerian Gooners. If you are new to the YouTube channel, or if you're watching on any other platform than YouTube, please do subscribe. Would really appreciate that. Morning, Daniel. It's going to be a hard game for you. It is. It is going to be a hard game for us, Tony. You're right. We are going to struggle because you just know that Liverpool are going to go song. Klopp is the master at playing mind games, isn't he? It's going to be a massive game. And you just know that Liverpool are the master at playing mind games. Morning to Luca and Omar. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, do smash that like button. Obviously, there's not many of you in tonight, but I had to move this preview as well because last night I was listening to the other Carabao Cup semi-final. Obviously, if we win, we get Chelsea. They obviously made short work of Tottenham. But yeah, I was listening to that and then I was trying to figure out how I can fit in this preview. Hence why I'm doing it today. But yeah, it is going to be a massive game for it. Honestly, I'm buzzing for it. Another trip to Anfield. Like I said, my train is at about 10 to 1. So yeah, hence why it's not going to be an overly long show today. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm proper buzzing. I am. I always look forward, even though it's not been a great place to go throughout the years. I always like going up to Anfield, and Liverpool is a fairly great place to go. Cheap alcohol as well, and cheap food. So yeah, it's decent, absolutely decent. But yeah, listen, it's going to be a tough game. It is. When you play Liverpool, whether it be in the Carabao Cup or the league, whatever team they put out with the depth of quality that they've got in their squad, it's always going to be a difficult game. It's just how we can do that. Listen, we played well against Man City, but obviously we've got key players missing. But I would like us to go out there and put in a really good performance. I'd like us to put in a really, really good performance. Apologies there, my phone's going off. But yeah, can we do that? We'll wait and see. Omar says it's baking today like it is much of this month. Yeah, well, you're in Kenya, aren't they? Isn't it your summertime over there or something? Or is it still winter? Mind you, you guys probably don't really get winter over there, do you? You can see it now. Bring Origi on late in the game. He loves getting a goal. Yeah, I'm look, it is what it is. Whoever you play against, whichever Liverpool team you're playing against, it's gonna be a difficult game. But we've just got to go out there and really put in a shift. Be interesting to see how strong Arteta goes tonight with the injuries that we've got. And usually in the cup, he likes to give certain players a chance. I don't want to see Eddie Nketiah. I'll tell you what, let me tell you this as well, right? Yeah, if Eddie Nketiah is in the starting lineup, I'm going to lose my shit. Like, I really am going to lose my absolute shit because I don't want to see Eddie Nketiah anywhere near this team. After Sunday, I'll tell you, right, an 86-year-old woman with arthritis can move quicker than Eddie Nketiah. His movement was non-existent on Sunday, so I don't want to see him anywhere near the starting lineup. I'd say this now, what Arteta sees in him, I will never know. It's mad. Let's have a look here. Where are we with the comments? So yeah, do smash the like, smash the like button, guys. Would really appreciate that. Omar says, how long to Liverpool from your house? It's probably about, so my train's at 10 to 1 or just past 10 to 1 and I arrive at 5:45. So yeah, it's a good 3 or 4 hours on the train. Tony says that's all you can ask from Arsenal. Put in a performance. Can't see it, but have to be positive. And that's the thing as well. I think I sort of take a little bit of heart and a little bit of comfort because we did play well against Man City, and we do seem to be turning up against the big teams. You know, we don't seem to be rolling over now as much as we did before. We don't seem to be, you know, we seem to have a bit of steel about us when we play against the big sides. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. We got King Tony as well. I saw your message as well on Facebook. I haven't replied to it, but definitely, mate. I'm gonna get you on for the Brentford game when we play Brentford. You're the guy who's gonna come on as a guest. Obviously, Brentford fan, King Tony. So yeah. Winter is done. January is usually a very hot month. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've not been to Kenya. I quite like to go actually. My friend, one of my friends has just come back from Kenya. He went before Christmas. He went to Mombasa. So yeah, he went there for a bit of a holiday. But yeah, I quite like to go to Kenya. Let's have a look here. Have a look here. What else have we got? So yeah, do smash the like button, guys. Would really appreciate that. Do smash that like button. Do hit the share button as well. Would really appreciate that. But listen, let's get into my predicted 11 and score prediction let's get into my predicted 11 and score prediction. So I'm going to start with the back line. Now, this is depending on who's fit. Yeah, this depends on who's fit. So I'm going to go with Ramsdale in goal. I don't want to see Leno in goal. As much as Leno's decent, I want to see Ramsdale. He adds something to that back line that Bert Leno does. Bert Leno's communication with the back line is absolutely terrible. So I want to see him. And if he's fit, I want to see Tommy Asu at right back. Gabriel, because Gabriel's back now, so he can play. Gabriel, White, and Tierney. I think having our strongest back line. Yeah, listen, we need that. I'd like to see Lakonga, Lakonga, Granit Xhaka, and Charlie Patino. Yeah, I'd like to see Lakonga, Granit Xhaka, Charlie Patino. And then Saka, Martinelli, and Lacazette. That's what I want to see. And then maybe you have Smith Rowe, bring Smith Rowe off of the bench. But yeah, that's what I would do. And score prediction, I would like. Do you know what? Right, my heart kind of says 3-1 Liverpool would be a decent result for us. No, my head says 3-1 Liverpool. Let me get this right because I've got two scores. My head says 3-1 Liverpool. My heart says 2-0 Arsenal. But it ain't going to be 2-0 Arsenal, is it? Let's be honest. But if we come out of this, I think the key with this game is not to get a fucking hiding in this game. Do you know what I mean? We've got to come out of this game with not having our pants pulled down. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we've got to have a. Hey up, Mike England. I hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in. Do smash the like button, guys. Like I said, this show's not going to be awfully long. I'll probably go to about 11:30, and then I better sort of pack up and get ready to go. Everything's packed. I've just got to add some little bits in and stuff. Let's have a look here. 2-1 Liverpool, to be very honest, says Omar. I think it could be 2-1 Liverpool. I'd take that, you know. I think that would be decent. If we come out of Anfield and we've only lost by 1 goal, I think back at the Emirates is fair game, isn't it? Absolute fair game back at the Emirates. I would take that. I would absolutely take that. Yeah, I would take that. Do you think Bowen should get in the England team on current form? I'm not entirely sure. No, I think there's too many decent players ahead of him, to be honest. Yeah, I think there's too much. I think there's too many decent players ahead of him. So you're going with your head or heart? I'm going with my head because usually, you know, my head wins out. Do you know what I mean? Because we usually end up getting spanked, don't we, at Anfield? But if we can come out and not get spanked, if we can come out of Anfield having not been spanked, then I think that's going to be decent. Do you know what I mean? But you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. What else have we got here with these comments? What decent players, Daniel? Southgate picks the same dross all the time. Yeah, but do you know what though? I get why a lot of people are criticizing Southgate, but I don't judge Southgate on qualification. So, like, I don't judge him on like the Nations League and all this. And this is massively going off topic because it's a Liverpool Arsenal preview. But I judge Southgate on where we finish in tournaments. And you think we finished semi-finals of the last World Cup. We were runners up in the Euros. That's better than going out in the fucking last 16 or the quarterfinals. So I judge him on tournament results. And that's what I'm judging him on. And when you look at it like that, you have to say, and that's ultimately what England managers are judged on, isn't it? It's tournament progression. They're not judged on Nations League or qualifying for tournaments. They're judged on tournament results. And when you look at it like that, he's done pretty decent. So yeah, get your questions in, guys, about Liverpool and Arsenal. So yeah, I'll read them questions out. So yeah, get your questions in. What are we on? 20 past 11. So I'll go for a bit longer. Obviously, there's not many of you in the chat today, so yeah, get your questions in. And yeah, listen, I'll go to about 11:30, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Only a short one today, because yeah, I don't want to miss my train. And do hit the share button as well, guys. Would really appreciate that. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. I'll read the. Oh, I missed that. This. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. If we can go and get a result, then I think it's going to be decent. But you just don't know with Arsenal, do you? I'd like to think we can put in a better performance than we did on Sunday, but then you just don't know. It all depends on what lineup we can plot twist Daniel to miss his train. It's not happening, mate. I am no way missing my train. If I miss my train, I'm holding you lot personally responsible. Tony says views on possible transfer targets for Arsenal. Which one? So Vlahovic obviously is the most obvious one. I'm still, I don't know. I don't. The stories seem to be gathering pace when it comes to Vlahovic, and I do generally think if we get him, it's going to happen on deadline day. I think it's going to be a deadline day signing. You know, like with Aubameyang, like we were linked with Aubameyang the whole time for the month of January 2018, and then obviously we got him on deadline day. So listen, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I've seen that Fiorentina are willing to accept 75 million, but I think Arsenal are just trying to structure the deal in a way that suits them. Obviously, as well, we've been linked to Arthur. I've not seen an awful lot of Arthur. Mind you, I haven't seen an awful lot of anything with these fucked up eyes. But yeah, I've not seen an awful lot of Arthur. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I know we've been linked with him to get him in on loan. I think Juventus are waiting to see if they can get a replacement in. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. We've definitely got to do some business, haven't we? We've definitely got to do some business because we're light in midfield. We definitely need a striker because obviously Aubameyang is non-existent. Even when he comes back from the African Cup of Nations, I can't see him getting into the starting lineup. I think him and Arteta have fell out. I think that's just a divorce waiting to happen. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I don't know. I've seen as well yesterday that Arsenal have met with Yuri Tielemans' representatives with a view to a midfield transfer for the summer. Now that is something I would be getting all over. Tielemans, good player. Yeah, he's a good player. But yeah, I'll definitely take Tielemans. But listen, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with transfers. Obviously, you know that there's reports for everything, and some are shit, some are there, but it's just transfer. Everyone goes fucking nuts in transfer season, don't they? It's mad. Let's have a look here. Tony says, "Do you think Laka and Orba will be sold?" I think Aubameyang definitely. It's going to be interesting the situation with Lacazette because he has been putting in a decent performance, but I do generally think if we get Vlahovic, and this is a big if we get Vlahovic, I think he'll come in and replace Lacazette because I think Vlahovic can also do the job that Lacazette does, but obviously he can score goals as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. If we get Vlahovic, I think Lacazette and Orba will be go. If we don't get Vlahovic, I think Aubameyang will be gone, and I think we'll keep Laka. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. King Tony says he's staying in a hotel in Liverpool. Yeah, I am staying right next to Liverpool Lime Street Station. So yeah, I am. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. What time are we on? We're nearly at 11:30, so I'll do 3 more comments, and then I'm going to get myself out of here. And I'm also, guys, as well, lining up some guests for future shows as well. So yeah, I'm lining up some guests. So yeah, I'll do 3 more questions, 11:25 or just after, and then I'm going to get myself out of here. Tielemans is quality, but again, we'll go elsewhere to a better team. I don't know, if we finish in the top 4, and obviously this is a big if as well, I think it would come to us. This is why I'm throwing all my eggs into the top 4 basket, because we need top 4. If we're going to attract quality players, we need top 4. We need Champions League football. Champions League football is a game changer when it comes to attracting bigger players. So yeah, this is why I'm the cups for me this season are a distraction. And that's only because of the success that we've had. We are, I mean, obviously we're not 4th now because West Ham have won yesterday. But if we beat Spurs, and then don't forget we've got a game in hand over West Ham. Obviously, Spurs have got 2 games in hand. We really need Spurs to kind of fuck up some of their games in hand, which they obviously do have the potential to do that. But, I mean, they've got Leicester and Burnley, I think. I can't see them dropping points against Burnley, but Leicester definitely, I think they can certainly drop points against Leicester. Have a safe journey. At least you can cry in your dressing room if Liverpool slap you. Oh, mate, honestly, it better not fucking happen. It better not happen. Still have to win those games in hand. Yeah, we do. We do have to win those games in hand. We do. And that's the big thing. We've got to win those games in hand. Do smash the like button, guys. Would really appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook as well, please come over to Daniel Bailey TV on YouTube and subscribe. Would really, really appreciate that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we get on tonight. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see whether we can pull off a win. But who knows? Anything's possible. Football is a funny old thing, isn't it? It's a funny old thing, and that's it. We've always got a chance. I think the big thing is not to get slapped. That's the massive thing, not to get slapped. So yeah, listen, I hope you all enjoy the game wherever you're watching it. I will be back tomorrow night with a review. I'll try and get a guest on when I travel back. I'll be back tomorrow night with a review. I'll try and upload an instant reaction from the stadium. It just depends on what happens with the game and whether we go to a pub or not after. But I will try and do an instant reaction. But yeah, listen, guys, all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Smash the like button. Share the stream as well. Share the channel, and I'll catch you all soon. Take care, guys.